Hello, it's your host, Dark Elf Guy here, with a new episode of our Mod of the Month series, taking a look at just the very best Morrowind mods released each month. And as you may have noticed, we are running a little bit behind. We spent a really long time working on the May Mod of the Month video, which coincidentally was also our 2021 Modathon Mods Showcase video, which had 20 mods in it. So, yeah, that was a lot of work. But we're going to try and rapidly catch up and return to our normal schedule of covering only 3 mods per Mod of the Month video. Gotta keep that workload down somehow. And anyway, we did have a popular vote for the Mods of the Month of June, but silly old me, I accidentally included mods from the Modathon in that poll, so if we stuck to the actual results, we'd be showcasing the exact same mods twice. You all voted for README, the Library of Vivec Overhaul, and Scumathesia, both of which were literally just covered in our last video. Those are both great mods, but showcasing them twice in a row might just be a tad excessive, so with that in mind, and in order to showcase a greater variety of mods, I've selected some other great mods from June to just highlight here. And with all that out of the way, as always, downlinks and timestamps are just down below. So let's begin with our Mod of the Month for June 2021, which this time around is Thieves Guild Overhaul by Alice L93, Caeris, Lucas9, and Curmudgeon. Now, this is a really big mod, basically a complete overhaul and expansion of the Thieves Guild, including a new quest, lore-friendly corrections, immersive details related to thieving, new loot placed in wealthy interiors to steal, an overhaul of the Tal Fia dungeon for those trying to plunder the dungeon, and new romance options for Nisa. And that is quite a bit, and this is essentially a massive compilation of thief-related mods from Morrowind that have just been merged and made to work together, including guaranteed compatibility with Howden Shore, Havish, Southwall Den of Iniquity, and other mods that add on to the Thieves Guild that just, aren't included here. Overall, this adds over 13 new quests, including 10 new quests in Gnar Mok, with a new branch of the Thieves Guild that just expands upon the war between the Kimona Tong and the Thieves Guild in the Bitter Coast, and also allows you to expand the Thieves Guild, smuggling operations and all that, as well as 3 new quests for the Baal Malag Mur, which you can unlock once you have the gloves of the Baal Malag Mur, helping the unfortunate and solving injustice in Morrowind by, naturally, using your sneaky thief skills. This mod also adds in wanted posters that'll show up in taverns, public houses, and on the walls of settlements when you obtain a significant bounty, notifying the public that you're a dangerous criminal and to contact the authorities should you be encountered. And, of course, offering a reward for any information about you, or your capture, should there be any bounty hunters out there. In addition, this mod makes the Thieves Guild member Anissa and Plesiad bi or pan, allowing players of any and all genders to romance Anissa, and honestly, this is just an excellent and logical fix to a major oversight in the vanilla game. I mean, if you're going to include characters that you can romance, then yes, they should be bi or pan or ace and bi or pan romantic, obviously. Otherwise, not all players will get to experience that content. And yes, I know, there's an argument to be made for a diverse range of romantic partners, but Anissa was literally the only character you could romance in the vanilla game. And if you're only going to add one option, then yes, they should be bi or pan. Seriously, just a bit of an oversight there, Bethesda. But anyway, this also adds in a teleport device to Anissa's home, and makes a few other just functional improvements. There's a few other additions that this mod makes, including more Redoran Master Helms placed in the homes of every Redoran Council member that you can steal, and of course, the aforementioned quest changes to plundering the dungeon of Tal Fia. While admittedly a compilation mod, This is just a fantastic expansion and overhaul of content relating to the Thieves Guild Morrowind, adding lots more for the, the thieving type characters out there to do in-game. And that makes it more than worthy of being our Mod of the Month for June 2021. Our second choice for the Mod of the Month is Wares for NPCs by Danae, and as the name here suggests, this brings the Wares system of mods to the NPCs of Morrowind, both in the vanilla game and in Tamriel build. Now, NPCs, with just a few exceptions where appropriate, will have randomized clothing, armor, and weapons with every new game, just based on the Wares mods that you have installed. Because, the Wares system of mods introduces a centralized system of level bliss, where every mod that you have installed that utilizes Wares will automatically be applied to the randomization factor for the new clothing, weapons, and armor applied to the vanilla and temporary built NPCs. So with Wares for NPCs, if you have mods that add new robes or new sets of armor utilizing Wares, you'll start seeing that new equipment just randomly on NPCs with each new game. And yes, I realize I'm saying the word wares a lot, which is just, it's kind of a funny word. It's like, where's the wares for the werewolves? It's kind of funny to say over and over again, isn't it? But anyway, this is a great way to actually see some of the new stuff added by mods without, having to go buy the new equipment yourself from, some specialized merchant. And if you're like me, and you've been playing this game for 20 years, it's really nice to see a greater variety of clothing, weapons, and armor on various NPCs, instead of just, the same old attire that they've always been wearing since time immemorial. In addition, this also affects loot that you can find in containers, with randomized clothing, armor, and weapons showing up in any containers that, normally carry those items, which, again, is just a handy way of getting access to new equipment added by the Wares mods, without having to go to some very specific merchant in order to buy it. And all in all, this is just another great addition to the Wares set of mods, giving Morrowind's NPCs a fresh look and seamlessly integrating more equipment and loot into the game world to just give you a greater variety of stuff to find. And all that just makes this an easy choice as our second pick for the Mod of the Month. Finally though, for our third pick for the Mod of the Month for June 2021, we have none other than Dog Tavern by Billyfighter. Like most of Billyfighter's mods, this is just a fun little nautical-themed location and adventure mod, adding a new tavern to the Grayslands, just along the coastal road here, complete with an outdoor deck, featuring just a variety of partygoers and dancers, who are, of course, appropriately dressed for a pirate-themed little tavern by the sea, and also there's just a little, set of docks here. The tavern itself is actually based off of another Bethesda-published game, Sea Dogs 2, which was released around the same time as Morrowind itself, and the original CD jewel case for Morrowind even comes with an advertisement for Sea Dogs 2 in it, and as proof, you can see mine here. Though, sadly, I've never actually played Sea Dogs 2 myself, but it was basically a pirate-themed naval adventure game, so you can kind of see where the similarities and inspirations with the tavern came from. In any event, inside you'll find an atmospheric interior, including a bar, where you can order some drinks, a couple of areas with pillows where you can, sit back and enjoy some quiet company away from the more rowdy festivities going on outside. And upstairs, you'll find a couple of merchants that sell pirate-themed clothing that you can buy. But the real meat of this mod is actually a new quest and dungeon, with the tavern owner having just a little problem with the undead creeping up through his cellar. He'll need you to go down and clear them out and just find the source of this infestation, located somewhere deep below in a set of caverns beneath the tavern itself. you'll have to fight your way through a series of damp, overgrown caverns full of skeletons, bone walkers, and just other creepy crawly undead to complete the quest. And there are some fairly atmospheric and well-detailed caverns here, with moss, vines, and mushrooms, and what looks like some sort of bootleg smuggling operation that may well have just once taken place here. This is a really fun pirate-themed adventure mod with a fair bit of content to check out, including an epic final dungeon chamber just full of verticality that we are deliberately just not showing off here because, I do not want to spoil it. Suffice to say, this is just another great mod by Billyfighter, and one well worth playing for yourself, and that makes it our third and final pick for the mod of the month for June 2021. But anyway, that's it for today, so as always, down links are just down below, and real quick, before we leave off, I'd like to thank our patrons, including Aesthetic JMac, Area 5/Sunballmean, Billyfighter, Kiwi, Cyprinius, Danae, Valiant, Danina, Yame Alcazo Castornau, Julian, Corridor, Langastier, Macbone, Melchior Dog, Merlord, Michael, Mr. the Joshman, Null Cascade, Old Navy Twidget, Opera Jack, Port Hughes, Poviholo, Raven Talon, Rissaleaf, Shadow Banish Wine, Shuda, Soga Cat, Stiff Kitten, Telvani with 8,000 nicknames, Two-Timing Trauma Root, and Xero Fox. If you'd like to join them, check out our rewards, including early access, behind-the-scenes content, and access to polls to, just decide what kind of content we showcase. Visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/MorrowindModding. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.